What's up, guys? The attendance was 20,067. Sold out. Gate was 16.5 million, third highest gate in UFC history. Fight of the night was Gaethje versus Holloway. Performance of the night was Yuri and Holloway. Holloway wins $600,000. Well deserved.
I guess Dana normally we don't spend too much time on bonuses, but knowing that they were $300,000 a piece, it was a little more difficult tonight figuring out where to assign that money.
It wasn't difficult at all. I mean, if you were watching these fights tonight, it was pretty clear. But this was one of those special nights. Obviously, I'm going to take care of Pereira. I'll take care of Moicano, Diego, Kayla. Take care of those guys too. We're gonna make sure everybody leaves here in a good mood and feeling like they got what they deserved.
Well, you set out to make this the greatest night in combat sports history.
I mean, I did. We're the bells and whistles guys. We do all the, and then once the show starts, it's out of our hands and it's up to them. And when you have a night that looks like the greatest night ever in combat sports on paper, and then absolutely fucking delivers, it's best.
Talk about, a lot to talk about, but I guess let me just start with Max Holloway, the $600,000 winner.
He's out. We're outside right now on the phone with Justin Gaethje right now. We were talking to Gaethje on the phone, and Holloway walked out, and they're both talking on the phone right now. And fucking Holloway is walking. Holloway is walking. Nobody?
Yeah, that's crazy. Those leg kicks were insane.
There wasn't anything big enough on the fucking table here to show you how the thing coming out the side of his leg was 3D, and he's walking. And when you think about when we were sitting in that room and we created the BMF, we came up with that tonight, totally embodied what that belt was built for. And there should be a picture of that fight in the fucking dictionary when you look up BMF.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
I was going to ask you this.
And I don't know if you noticed this and if it happened to you guys too, but that fight sucked the fucking life out of everybody tonight. Everybody was, the next two fights, everybody's just sitting there like dead. It was like this adrenaline dump. It was incredible. It's like, people always ask me what I do. I sell holy shit moments for a living, right? That was the ultimate holy shit moment of all time. If you were at home, if you're at a bar, or if you were here live tonight, there's no bigger holy shit than that.
Absolutely. No.
And that's why, let's just talk about this fight for the rest of the press conference.
100%.
So, that's why Max Holloway is beloved. And Gaethje. Max, how many times have you seen a fight where the guy wins, he's winning, they click the 10-second thing and the guy puts his hands up and they just run around, move around? He's got the fight won, and he's in there with one of the most dangerous fucking fighters in the business, right? And he says, let's do this. And they both fucking oblige, and they go in and just start. 1 second left, and a knockout like that. That's like movie shit.
It's one of the greatest moments in UFC history.
It's the fight of the year. If something beats that fight of the year, holy shit. I don't want to see the two guys that are involved in that fight at the end of the fight.
I love it. Well, you talked about the BMF title, right? In the beginning, it was one and done, and people always in a gimmick or whatever. Like you said, what we saw out there tonight was insane. Does this change your perception of?
I never said it was a gimmick. I fucking did it. Right. I didn't say it was a gimmick. I don't give a shit what anybody else says.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Tonight, that's what the fucking BMF is all about, and I'm glad we did that belt. And yeah.
So Max is calling
it's here to stay.
A featherweight title, a lightweight title. He'd probably take them both in the same night. What do you do with Max Holloway now? The guy is just an unbelievable star.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll put something good together for him. And I agree with you. He was a star coming in here, and he took himself to an entirely different level after tonight, man. Tonight was a career-defining moment for a guy who has already accomplished so many great things. One of the greatest featherweights of all time, and if not the greatest, and what he did tonight.
Right.
And he's always talking about how he's got the best hands in the UFC, and then he does what he does tonight. So, yeah, fucking awesome, man. I can't say enough good things about both of those guys and that fight.
It would be easy to talk about that. Last thing I'll ask, I just want to ask you about Alex Mejia in the main event. A pretty good accomplishment there as well, defending that belt. What do you think about his performance? And he reveals, hey, man, Brazil would be nice, heavyweight would be nice. So what do you think of his performance, and where do you think where he goes? Because he's becoming a huge star, too.
Yeah, he looked awesome, because I have a lot of respect for Jamal, too. And let me tell you what, Jamal didn't come in here, thinking Jamal came to win, thought he was going to win. And the other thing, I don't know if you guys don't know this yet, but I'll tell you, I just found out when I went up in the octagon because I saw him messing around with his foot. He broke his toe 2 weeks ago, and he fought tonight with a broken toe. I thought he broke his toe in the fight. His team's like, no, he broke his fight 2 weeks ago, and he's like, yeah, I ain't losing this opportunity for a fucking pinky toe. That's what he said. So, props to him for that, too. And yes, he's a big star. And
you entertain heavyweight?
Incredible for Brazil. Don't lie. Don't any of you fucking guys lie to me. Who thought Max was going to win tonight? Raise your hand. All right, yeah. So when you think about him moving up to heavyweight, you got Jones, you got Aspinall, and the list goes on and on in that heavyweight division. Heavyweight division is nasty. I don't know if that's the right move for him. He looked damn good tonight in the division he's in, so I think you might want to stick around there for a minute. But I don't know. These are all things that we'll talk about for the next 15 Tuesdays. You know what I mean? So we'll get it figured out.
Dana, you posted the finish to Max and Justin on your social media, so obviously that's a pay-per-view finish that you let people see for free. Do you do that just because you're so excited and you want to share it, or because you think this could make Max into a massive star just using a separate?
How do you not post that? I mean that needs to be shared. We posted it. ESPN posted it. We all posted it. You probably all posted it too. If you didn't, fucking post it.
It's officially permission. In the co-main event,
I'm getting notes. This has never happened before.
Do you want to read them?
June 1st, Newark, New Jersey pay-per-view. Main event, Islam versus Poirier. Co-main event, 5 rounds, Strickland versus Costa. June 29th, Conor versus Chandler. 5 rounds, 170 pounds. Who's got the next question?
I'll take it. Thank you for just dropping that little nugget on us. The Conor Chandler fight, obviously a fight that's been in the works for ages. I know you've been working on it for ages. What finally got it across the line, and how exciting is it to finally get Conor back in the octagon?
Well, it's not that we've been working on it for ages. There's all kinds of things that go on behind the scenes. It's all about timing. Chandler's been ready, but Conor hasn't been ready. Conor, we talked about this at one of the press conferences recently. He had a lot of obligations that he had to deal with. What you don't want him doing is accepting a fight when he's got a ton of obligations and he can't train 100% for a fight. So here we are tonight.
Obviously, he suffered that traumatic leg injury in his last fight, and he has said that when he comes back, it'll be the greatest comeback in sporting history. If he was to come back and win that fight, would it be one of the best comebacks, considering the injury he suffered?
Well, I think when you look at that injury, it's happened in UFC. We just saw Chris Weidman come back. Anderson came back from it. You've seen it in football. It's probably one of the nastiest injuries that you could possibly get. For some reason, you see guys with broken arms all the time and stuff like that happens. It's hard for us as humans to wrap our brain around that bone breaking. That's just it's a nasty injury. And it's a rough recovery, too. It's a really rough recovery. I mean, any of you guys saw, who's the football guy that did it?
Rod.
Huh?
Rod.
Bunch of football fans in here, huh? Whatever his fucking name is, anyway. If you saw the piece that they did on him trying to recover from that injury, it's pretty nasty. Huh?
Yeah, that was it, right?
Alex Smith.
Yeah. Okay. Whoever, it was fucking nasty. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Here in the back. I want to talk to you about one of the most savage moments I've ever witnessed in my life. That moment where Pereira just moves Herb Dean away without even looking at him. He didn't even take his eyes off Jamal Hill. What did you think about that insane moment? And 10 seconds later, knocking him out, of course.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. I thought you were talking about what he did after he knocked him out. Yeah. So, well, you left the part out. He got hit in the groin. He tried to stay. He's like, and then knocks him out. Yeah, I agree with you, sir. That was incredibly gangster.
Congratulations on an absolutely amazing event.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Dana White back here.
Yes.
So as a fan, in a fan perspective, what meant most to you, and what did you like most? UFC 100, 200, or 300?
300's tough to top. You know what I mean? Obviously, hitting 100 was Lorenzo and I in the old days, we used to do 5 shows a year, right? So when you think about, we always knew we wanted to do more events. Never do you think that you're going to end up doing. Every time we would try to push and do more, everybody would say, you can't do it. That's too many fights. Then the fans and the media start to go, it's too much now. When you're putting on great fights, there's never too many fights. As long as you're putting on good quality fights, there's never too many. So Lorenzo and I never dreamed in a million years. We thought we'd be like 90 when we hit UFC 100. So when we did it as quick as we did, obviously that was a huge milestone for us. But in the history of me doing this type of work, I don't know what tops 300. So mission accomplished.
And from a promoter standpoint, do you ever just take a look back and say, okay, when I first became the president of the company, when we first purchased the company, did you ever fathom that you would get to 300 events? And did you ever give yourself your own flowers for what you have accomplished and what you have done for the sport? Every single major promotion fell by the wayside, especially the ones that were bigger at the time, maybe Pride, but do you ever give yourself your flowers, give yourself a pat on the back for what you have done for the sport, and just take a look back at it?
I say this all the time. I have no rear view mirrors in life. I just keep looking forward, and I'm always thinking about how much bigger it can be and what else we need to do. And I don't ever think about that stuff. Obviously, I'm very happy with what we've accomplished, and me and my team. And I think that every year that we keep beating what we did last year, keep becoming more successful. Me and my team become closer and stronger every year, and that's a very scary thing.
And one more question for me. Mark Coleman, obviously with the BMF title, he's now a hero in not just wrestling and the MMA community, but a hero across the world.
He's a superhero.
I love him. So do you plan on continuing the relationship with him, especially because what he had done for the sport and part of that generation to help build the sport to what it is today?
Nah, not that he just did what he did. I'm going to fucking kick him to the curb and never talk to him again. Nah, I'm done with Mark Coleman. Of course I'm going to have a great relationship with Mark Coleman. He's one of the nicest guys in the world. He's a legend in the sport. He just saved, his parents from a burning building and went back in and tried to get the dog, and could have died. Mark's been through a lot of things in his life. He's battled some demons, and he won, or he's winning, I should say, right now. I don't know if you ever win battling demons, but he's winning. And I think he's got a great relationship with his kids, and he's in a good place, man. So I'm happy for him. It was an honor to honor him tonight.
Dana, just down to your right. Dana?
Yep.
I believe you said after the power slap.
This must be a bad question. Oh, I don't have a mic.
No, we lost power. Power is out.
Power's out?
Yeah. All screens are off.
Thanks for everything, everybody. It's been great. Got it? No?
Yeah.
It's over? No?
Find out in a second.
1 second?
Yeah.
Just getting hand signals from the back. Yeah, I know you're looking great, brother. I had to take my fucking suit off. 9 hours I had my suit on tonight. I usually don't show up till the main card. Go ahead. I'll try to hear you.
I was on a bed the other night. Didn't actually have to deal with Conor. So what was the conversation like, I'm guessing today, about the deal?
The mic goes out as soon as I get a power slap fucking question? Come on. This is bullshit. Bullshit. What happened? What did he say?
He said last night at the power slap press conference.
Oh, yeah. No, that happened today. Yeah, we got that done today. it's never hard with Conor. It's never hard with Conor. I say it all the time. Conor's been a great partner. He's easy to deal with, and we're back. Yeah, Conor's always been easy to deal with. He's a smart dude, and Conor is a die-hard UFC guy and will be till he retires and beyond.
I believe Ian Gary said him and Colby have agreed to fight. Would that be a good fight for that Conor McGregor card?
I don't know. We'll figure that out on many Tuesdays over the next several weeks. That's all the fights that I have for you now, the ones that I just announced.